And hello, my viewer. Welcome to Science TV. This is the Glamor Show. I am your host, Edna Kaindi, and this is how you sign my name. I'm a sign language interpreter voicing, and here today is Edna Kaindi. So, as you know, we get to bring different guests here, from stylists, hair dressers, makeup artists, models, and every other person who is interested or is involved in the field of glamour. And today I have a very amazing guest with me. I'd like you to know him and learn from him. So I'll allow you guys to know him in a few. So welcome so much. Hello, how are you? Welcome to Science TV. Please tell us how you're feeling being in this setting of science media. You're having a deaf host. Tell us about your experience. How are you feeling?
Well, this is a first time, and I love first times. And I can say it's an amazing experience. It's something that I've never done, and I'm loving it so far, so good, and I can't wait to have an amazing time with you.
Wow, interesting. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining us here today. So tell us how you even started your journey. Give us an introduction of your name and all that, and tell us how you started your journey and motivation of modeling.
Yeah, sure. My name is Jim Gatani. I am a fashion model, brand model. I am Mr. World Kenya second runners-up 2024. I'm a content creator. I'm a digital creator. I'm an IT engineer by profession. I'm not practicing yet. Yeah, I'm an actor. I love reading books, and but since today we are on the topic of fashion, I'm here for it, and I'm here for your questions. Anything you'd like to know concerning my journey in modeling or a fashion journey, I'd love to make it open.
Interesting. I really even see that from your style when you talk of fashion and all that. As I'm sure my viewers can see, and the person they're looking on the screen is actually having the model look. But please tell us how the journey which you have talked of, Mr. Kenya, the one you were second runners-up, please tell us about that journey and how you actually even got to get that award. We really want to know that journey.
It's a very interesting journey. Every model in Kenya, their ultimate goal is to get to the world stage and Mr. World Kenya stage. And as a young person, when I was back in campus, I won my campus title, and my ultimate goal was to get to Mr. Kenya, Mr. World Kenya. And for a long time coming, since I knew it, I wanted to get on the stage. So last year, when they made a call, Mr. World Kenya is a franchise which is owned by Ashley's Kenya. So they hold Mr. and Miss World Kenya every year. So when they made a call for models last year, I knew this was my time. This was my time, and I went for it. It was an amazing experience. Since I was in Nakuru then, now I had to move to Nairobi so that I can participate. This is to show you that I am built. Okay, in fashion, in the pageant world, you have to go for what you want, wherever it is. And when you make a decision to go for something, you just go for it. I didn't know I'd join the royal cohort when I came here. When I came for Mr. World, I didn't know I was going to win. I just came out of blind faith. I would call it blind faith. But right now I'm here. I've made significant steps since getting the title, and it has made me come to places or go to places, and I'm thankful and forever grateful for it.
Amazing, and congratulations for that. It seems like the modeling journey has been interesting. So please tell us, when did it actually start, and when did you realize that I'm actually going to be a model and even participate in all these competitions?
Interesting. I always had a particular liking to fashion and lifestyle and looking good. Yeah. So from a young age, my father from my upbringing would school me on what to wear for church, what to wear for an outing, how to wear it, and all these things. So I was brought up in that setting. Yeah. So when I was in high school, almost finishing my high school, there was a time there was a cultural day in a girls' school. So when we went there, they asked us, if all the boys' school who are there, they asked us if we can join, and participate in one or two, categories. So I said, why not? Since I have a particular liking to this fashion thing, yeah, I can just try. So I went there and I actually won with no training whatsoever, no particular feats that we had, come up with. So I won just by me being creative in what I had on, and so that's how it started really. So when I came to campus now, I said that I really want to get in this. Now there was Mr. Arvist. I was in Rift Valley Institute of Science and Technology in Nakuru. I asked around, I asked, do you guys have Mr. Arvist here? They said, yeah, you can try it. So I went there and I tried it, and I actually became the runners-up. It was a major and significant step in my modeling journey. I got so many insights from an aunt of mine who was into the modeling space. So she guided me. Big up to you, Faye. Yeah, so the journey has been amazing. Now when I'm here and I look back, it was all worth it. It was all worth it. So from there, I can't say that it really started during my high school days. No, it started back then, because in modeling you are a male model. A male model is a representation of a man who is a model. So from how you talk, from how you walk, from how you sit, how you eat, how you interact with other people, you are the representation of a man in the society. So it goes way above just having looks or knowing what to wear, how to wear it. Yeah. So what people see from you, your first perception, they should just know that you are a model. Yeah. And it should reflect what character you have. So being a model can be quite diverse.
Wow. That is really, really nice. And you're really excited when you're getting to win a competition without training or without any prior experience. And from your upbringing, it seems like it is just inbuilt, or that's how it has even made you achieve all the wins that you have right now. So now tell us, you have your aunt who actually was your motivator, or was teaching you some things. How was that, and how has it guided you to some wins?
Yeah, I remember I was in Form 3, and I learned that she had tried modeling. She was much older than me, so I asked her about modeling. How does it go? What do people do? Yeah. But she had done mostly on the commercial side. Now me, but she guided me well. Told me that whatever you want, you can get it. Just go for it. And she was always there to support me whenever I had a competition, with all kinds of messages, and those motivations. They really go a long way. When you're in a competition, for example, let me put out like Mr. World. Mr. World Kenya, you get to face the most handsome, the most well-equipped male models in Kenya. Like in the whole of Kenya, you are competing against the best of the best. Now you need you need all the support you can get. You need all the motivation you can get, because there you are almost on the same level, or someone is either better than you. So you have to realize that, but you have to come back to yourself and tell yourself that I too am capable. Yeah.
That is very true, because some of these competitions, when you're talking of modeling, there's a lot we get to expect in terms of face and body. So please tell us, when the crown was being done, and after it was you getting the crown and the title, what happens next? What comes after that?
Oh yeah, really, it's about what you do with the title, yeah. So, for example, in the Mr. World Kenya franchise, only the winner gets to go to the next stage, which is the international competition. Now, you as the runners-up, first or second, you get to make use of the title while you have it. So, when I got the second runners-up title, I didn't just sit around. I went out and you know, before I was Mr. World Kenya, I was still a brand. I was still Jim Gatani. I was still booking jobs then, but I had to make use of the title that I got. Now that I have the title, I have Kenya next to my name. Now this is a big thing, yeah. it has me excited. Whenever I go somewhere, I say that I am Mr. World Kenya. People look at me again. Now I see it, yeah. You know, you command a certain kind of presence and a certain kind of respect, yeah. Even brands can now trust you because, you know, Mr. World Kenya indeed is a big name. Now, once you have the name Kenya next to your name, it goes a long way. I have been invited to many events and have seated at tables that I wouldn't sit if I was not Mr. World Kenya. You see, so it's so good, and I couldn't do that when I was not Mr. Kenya. Now, when I am now, I can only say thank you to the Lord and to my friends and to, you know, all the people who have made me achieve this dream. Because as I said earlier in this, when we were starting, every model's dream is to not only walk, is not only like get Mr. Kenya, but to walk on that stage in the country's best, you know, runway. It's the country's most coveted runway. So even if you get to walk on it, you are the best. You're one of the best.
Really, really nice. And please tell us, what kind of responsibilities also come with that title apart from all the good things? Do you have, apart from, you've told us more brands, more tables which were not there before. Do we have a different level of perception from people, as you've said? Please explain further. Or what kind of responsibilities also come with this title?
Yeah, okay. When during the competition, we have something called a BWAP project, Beauty with a Purpose project. So you have to have like a CSR project, how you are going to empower or influence the community in a good way with your title. So every model who is representing in Mr. World Kenya has their own BWAP project. Now, in this BWAP project, whether you win or not, you are required to, you know, go forward with it because it's something that something that you are passionate about. Yeah. So, for example, I, as a Mr. World Kenya second runners-up, had a BWAP project. I wanted to introduce modeling as a curriculum or as a subject in schools. Yeah, because for me, modeling is not only just looks, as I said. It's not only just physical appearance. It's also character. So my version of modeling is life skills. It's something that everyone should have. You know, back then I used to hear that when people finished high school, they used to go to the military and be trained on one or two things. Now, my version is, during high school, teach these kids how to model. Not only to walk, but also know how to deal with each other, be empathical towards each other, be confident. Yeah, you know, confidence is something you can be taught, and it comes up within you. Yeah, be a person who is very willing to help. Yeah, because the beautiful faces, it's not only about having a beautiful face, it's also about having a big heart. And most of the times, the people who win are the people with the biggest or the kindest hearts. Yeah, those are the people who win, like Mr. World Kenya, all these competition, these pageants. Those are the people who win mostly. Yeah.
Wow, that is so nice. So please tell us, with your CSR project, wanting to introduce modeling in a school curriculum, in high school setting, how is it looking? Because, you know, apart from Nairobi, we have other counties. And after they finish Form 4, what impact is this making for them after high school?
Yeah, it would if I had the powers to implement the same thing. I remember one of the questions I was asked. You know, once you model and you work and everything, you get to the question and answer stage. Now, one of the questions I was asked is, if you're in a position of power, what law will you change and how? So the the law that I would implement was, you know, introducing the subject as in the school curriculum. Now, if we had like a process and the system in place for us to actually implement this thing, it would help so much with the society. Yeah, being a male model is, as I said, a representation of a man in the society. All right, how a man acts within himself, how a man does, how a man thinks, how a man protects each other. Now, this is why you see such cases in today's society of men raping women, of men fighting each other, of men, you know, being weak. I can call it being weak, being weak in one way or another. Now, with modeling, you go back to the roots, you go back to character. It's not only about looks. You go back to character. You go back to how a person thinks. You go back to how a person thinks of the other person. Now, this will have a ripple effect in the society. It will change the perception and how men and women relate in one way or another. Instead of fighting each other, they will work together. They will find a common ground in which they can push the society, the country to the next stage in everything they do, whether in every field they do, whether it's health, whether it's education, engineering, all these fields. When you don't have that model behavior, or those life skills, those very important life skills that are taught in modeling, it will be very hard for you to relate with each other. Yeah.
That is a very, very, very clear explanation, and I really hope my viewers have gotten that very, very clear and the impact that is making. But now allow me to take another short break, and then we'll be back to continue with this interesting interview. And welcome back, my viewer. Allow us to continue with this exciting conversation as we're getting to learn a lot from our guests. So please get to engage with us on all our social media platforms, from YouTube to TikTok to Instagram, every other social media platforms. You're going to get us, and you can engage with us or send your comments and your insights to our guests. So today we're really talking. Remember, the Glamor Show is always coming to your screens every other Tuesday at Science TV. So if you don't get to watch it on the screens, you can get to watch a repeat on YouTube, where we get to upload it and allow our viewers to enjoy the show. So I really would want to see your comments on our YouTube page. So now let me continue with my interview with the guest. So let's talk about this partnership modeling. How does it even come about?
Partnership meaning branding, or partnership with my fellow models.
Maybe, for example, be in other pageants or although that kind of partnership.
Okay, so with once you're done with the pageant side, now you now have to monetize whatever you have. So for me, like my branding, I'm now a commercial model, an editorial model. I've appeared in, I've done campaigns for Bata, I've done campaigns for Optica. I've done campaigns for a shoe brand called Foreman. I've done campaigns for Garnier, Vassman, all these brands, yeah? But it all depends on the branding you do on your social media and how you put yourself out there as a model. Yeah, so all these partnerships, partnerships come with now the money. Now you monetize your modeling skills, modeling prowess, because you know at the end of the day we have to put food on the table, we have to pay rent, we have to, you know, look good, and all this requires what? Money. And the the thing with modeling is that many people or many models do not know how to monetize what they have, because at the end of the day, if you work well, if you do win all the pageants and everything, you know, pageants are only once in a while, so you can't tegemea, you can't you know, rely on pageants only to like bring food on your table. And most pageants, by the way, they don't pay as stipulated. So you might win and then they pay you in the next 1 year, or they never pay you, which is very sad, by the way. So that is something to, so you have to look out for yourself. So when immediately, or when you're done with pageants, or if you are not into pageants, you get more into commercial. There's also high fashion modeling. I've been in high fashion modeling in stages like Kitenge Fashion Fest, the CAM Kenya, and you know, others. In August I'll be at the Denri Africa runway. You know, I've been booked. Now it's because of branding. Now you get booked for these high fashion events. Yeah. So the more you do it, the more they see you, the more they keep you in their minds. Now when a job comes up, they call you.
Interesting insight. I really am hoping that the next competition or anything that you've talked even of Africa Kitenge Fest.
I've talked about Denri Africa.
Denri Africa,
yeah.
The one that is happening. Where is it happening, the Denri one?
They've not yet confirmed details, but I know that it will be in August. The Kitenge Fashion Fest was in May. It was in Eldoret. They booked models from Nairobi and Eldoret. So we went there and, you know, represented the industry fully, really brought it down. We partnered with models, SMEs, you know, the events company, you know, and made a thing for ourselves, yeah. In one way or another, made partnerships, made friends, and, you know, made even brand deals in the process.
I'm even hoping when we are going to this competition, you're coming even to support you and making sure we are bringing the visibility of someone who we had as a guest, and even making sure motivating someone out there from media station. So we've really gotten to understand some of this title. Can you please give us a list of your other titles apart from the one which I've talked about the most?
Yeah. Of course. Interestingly, I don't have many titles, by the way. The first title I got was Mr. Harvest, which is my campus where I was. The second title I got was it's called Manhunt, King Manhunt in Nakuru. It is a franchise run by a guy, a pioneer in the industry called Liki Odera, one of my mentors in the industry. And then the third one is Mr. World Kenya. So that should tell every model who is out there that you don't need to have many titles or 100 titles for you to get like a big one. Yeah, you can even have no title. Mr. Kenya can be your first. I'll give an example. The current Mr. World Kenya, Mr. Teddy Rosita, only had one title before getting Mr. World. Yeah, he only had Mr. Queer, and then he got Mr. World. All right. So regardless of if you have any title or not, does not mean that you cannot get what you want. Yeah, you just have to put yourself out there, see what you can do, believe in yourself, one way or another. Yeah. So it's really easy. Yeah. Another one, I can give an example of one of my boys in which we are in a group with, is called Warren Petrus. Only had like one title. It was called Mr. Nairobi. And then he came and won Mr. Heritage Kenya, then went to the international competition and won Mr. Heritage International, meaning he won the whole of the world. Kenya became #1. Yeah, you see, like you don't have to have many titles. You all have to believe in yourself and believe in your craft.
Interesting, and that is very, very good insight for us to have. And I've really seen your social medias because, oof, and I really can commend you. The brand which you're putting or what you're representing, I hope I will share with our viewers for them to even get to understand what I'm talking about. Please tell us, who's your designer? Do you design for yourself? Because your Instagram is really showing some good branding going on there. And tell us more about that.
Oh, thank you for noticing. I am very lucky to have partnered with the many designers, yeah. But one of which who stands out is called Wiz Mario. Wiz Mario. Wiz Mario is a guy, is a friend of mine, who I met less than 2 months ago. He has designed me the most, like he comes through in the most ways possible, in all the ways. I'll not fail to mention Lusam Designs. They do my kitenge outfits very well. I'll not fail to mention Kiemo Menswear. They come through with the casual wears, yeah. Whenever I want to go casual, you know, Kiemo Menswear come through. You know, I'll also not fail to mention my designer, my #1 designer from Nakuru, where I come from. He really does very amazing designs. It's called Pablo. Pablo. We used to school with him back in high school, and he really does an amazing job. Actually, we have a wedding in August, and he is the one designing us. Our wedding is for my friend. Yeah.
Wow, that is so nice. So, when you're working with this, are you partnering with them, or is it a collaboration? Is there money transaction, or what's going on with these brands which I've just mentioned?
Well, I'll tell you something very interesting. When you have something to offer, they really come with that side of money. Now, you'll find in most cases you're given the fits. They come and they give you the fits, or they even pay you to wear the fits. So it's really according to your branding, yeah. Someone comes and says, "Hey, you look good in this fit, so I'll let you have it. I'll even pay you so that you can bring more referrals," yeah. And that's what it does. Even from my group, the Quad Vogue, we are 4 guys. It comprises of 4 elite male models. So the 4 of us, when we come together wearing your designs, top notch.
I really hope my viewers are as motivated as I am. So when you're working with these designers, I'm sure it's all genders included?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So we have so many models out here who are really struggling, and you've really shared your experience, but what can you even tell them out there to remember or put in mind?
Oh yeah, I'll remove my glasses for this because they need to hear this. Okay, whatever you have, most models come to my DM, they meet me in town, they ask me, how do I monetize, how do I start making money, how do I become a commercial model, how do I start earning? Well, earning means that you want to go commercial. Earning and commercial is one the same thing. So what do you have currently that you can do to show people on social media that you want to earn? Okay, for example, I am a boss of a certain clothing line. How will I know that you are a model? How will I know if I give you an outfit you will sell for me? You use your own. You use your own fits. You take a video and you post it. Another way to get money as a model or as a creative, there are these calls, casting calls, these groups where they post jobs for TVCs, for billboards. You can go there and they ask for very few things. They ask for your photos, professional photos. They ask for a monologue, yeah, which you can record. Yeah, you can go to our studio and take very nice photos, headshots of yourself. Then you send, and then you wait. Yeah, if you want to become, and you know, TVCs, they don't come each and every day, and also they are very diverse in the requirements they ask for. But if you want to become a real digital creator, earning from Instagram, earning from Facebook and everything, you need to be consistent in the posting. You need to be consistent in what you do. You need to find your niche, whether it's being a UGC creator or being a fashion lifestyle influencer, you really need to find your niche, and you need to show what you can do. For example, when I was coming up, I was not always this, flamboyant or successful. I went and found, I came about my friend and I told him, I need us to do a video with the clothes that I have, so that I have something to show in case I get a job. Or I need to post it and boost my social media page. We just did it with what we had, and from there it bared results. In the Bible, Moses was asked by God, what do you have in your hand? What do you have? So I'm going to ask you, what do you have that we can use? What do you have that you can go to the next level? Whatever you have, believe in it and take the next step.
It is very, very interesting, and I've really liked what you've told our viewers. And please, advise now every other person talking of the challenges, how to overcome them. Remind them of their motivation. Just give us some few other words from challenges and the motivation that they need to get.
Oh yeah, as a model, I'm asked, what do I do? As a model, it's very easy. As a man, as a human being, just show up in the best way possible and let God do the rest. Show up in the best way possible and let God do the rest. Yeah, like in everything you do, as long as you can do something. If you're called for an interview like this one, show up in the best way possible and let Edna ask you a very nice question like she's doing, and share your experience to the world. If you're called for an audition, show up in the best way possible. Anything can happen. If you're called for a job, an interview, go in the best way possible and let God do the rest. It's the strength that we use. One of my most beloved singers, or my best artist in the world, called Nyashinsky, he said, strength utatumia for this ni more than yako natural. So make sure that you put God first in everything you do. Yeah.
I've really, really, really loved this conversation, and for real, I can really see whatever you're talking of when you talk of your best. So maybe any last words forgotten at the socials you can give us on using up?
No last words. I'm not a man of many words, but I'll give you my socials. Oh, I'll give you a Bible verse before I give you my socials, maybe. Yeah. It's called Ephesians, Ecclesiastes 9:11. The race is not for the swift, nor the battle for the strong. Yeah. The race is not for the swift, nor the battle for the strong. So you go and read that whole verse, and I will interpret it as this. Yeah, you might not be the most handsome or the most beautiful model, the most beautiful girl, but whatever you have, if you have that passion to get on the runway, if you have that passion to get in front of a camera, your time will come, but you have to start. If you don't start, it will never happen. All right? So for my socials, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and TikTok, I'm Jim Gatani JR. For my group, my male model group is called Quad Vogue. Quad meaning 4 and Vogue. That's basically it. Also on YouTube, you can find us at Quad Vogue.
And I really hope, my viewers, you've gotten to learn so much from the guest which you've had today. Mr. Jim has really taught us a lot. You can go and check out the social media. I'm really sure someone is going to get the motivation that they need. I don't even have much more to say, but I want to thank all my viewers, and I really want to thank you, Jim, for accepting our invite and being a motivator to every other person. This has been the Glamor Show. Thank you so much to my viewer. I really hope that you're going to leave a comment and like this video. And you can follow us on our social media platforms, Science TV. I have been your host, Edna Kaindi, and my sign language interpreter, voicing has been Esther Kendi. I want to see you on the next show with